Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
I think it starts with just saying I was a Yankee. That was the thing that was most important to me throughout my career and growing up. I only wanted to be a Yankee. You know, when I walked into my parents' bedroom and told them that I was going to be shortstop for the Yankees, you know, they didn't blink. You know, they just made sure that I worked hard at it. And, you know, you have to have people around you that believe in what your dreams are. And you talk about starting in Kalamazoo. I mean, I was just trying to be one of the best in my Little League team.
Yankee selection is Derek Jeter, J-E-T-E-R, shortstop, Central High School in Kalamazoo.
I was fortunate to be drafted by the only team I wanted to play for, and then the only thing I cared about was winning. That was it, bottom line. It wasn't personal statistics, it was winning. And in order for you to win, you need consistency. And we had some teams that they were obviously consistent and had chances to win every year, and I took a lot of pride that I was out there every day. You know, that's the way I looked at it, is I have a job to do, and that job is try to help any way I possibly could.
Oh, what a play by Derek Jeter!
Won a lot. We had some very successful teams.
The New York Yankees, world champions, team of the decade, most successful franchise of the century.
When you're young, you have this dream of, you know, you want to play shortstop, you want to play in the major leagues, you want to play for the Yankees. The dream never takes into consideration the Hall of Fame.
Welcome to the Baseball Hall of Fame, Derek Jeter.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter.
I've been fortunate, I've been blessed to have the opportunity to play for the only organization I wanted to play for, play the only position I wanted to play. And I'd have to say at this point, it's above and beyond any life I imagined.
Grounded through for a base hit. He's one away. That one's drilled deep to left field. See ya! 3,000! History with an exclamation point! He's not a home run hitter. Only one man had ever done it that way, and that's Wade Boggs. That one is drilled to left field. 3001. Another base hit for Jeter. He's 4 for 4. Grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Jeter's 5 for 5. And the fairy tale just keeps getting sweeter. Derek Jeter playing his final game in the Yankees' home white pinstripe. The entire Yankee team watching, Derek Jeter watching, and he'll take the field for the final time. Well, the script is there. The last page is in Derek's hands. Meek deals. Base hit to right field. Here comes Richardson. Here's the throw from Markakis. Richardson is safe. Derek Jeter ends his final game with a walk-off single. Derek Jeter, where fantasy becomes reality. Did you have any doubt?
What a moment. Derek Jeter with a walk-off hit to finish his last home game, the kind of ending Hollywood might produce. During Thursday's coverage, we heard Jeter talking with Meredith Marakovits about his Hall of Fame induction speech, and now we bring you more of their interview done in advance of Jeter's third public appearance in the Bronx since he retired.
Derek, first and foremost, back at Yankee Stadium, how you doing?
I'm back. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm busy. I'm chasing 3 girls around, but happy to be back.
How much have you been enjoying that aspect of your life post-playing?
You know what? It has been enjoyable. There's some other adjectives I could use, too. It's been challenging, to say the least, but I tell you what, there's nothing better.
You know, when you look back, it's almost a year since you gave your speech in Cooperstown. You were inducted into the Hall of Fame. When you reflect back on it, what comes to mind?
It was a surreal experience. I mean, you don't never know the emotions you're going to feel, but standing on that stage with everyone that's helped you along the way in front of you, and then you have all the greatest players who've ever played the game behind you, it can be intimidating, and it's definitely, without question, one of the most special moments I've had in my career.
Now, what can I say in 15 minutes that can cover my entire career? You know, you want to say something meaningful, impactful, and memorable. Finally, I just said, you know, stop overthinking it, man, and just write down how you feel.
Fantastic speech. You were able to address the crowd. Everyone saw it on TV, but you never have been able to really address the fans here at Yankee Stadium. You're going to be able to do that tomorrow. What will your message be to them?
Don't put pressure on me. I mean, look, I got to try to figure out, I guess, something else to say. But look, Yankee fans are the greatest fans in the world. I've been very vocal about that throughout my career, even post-career. And to get a chance to celebrate with them here at Yankee Stadium, I know because of COVID circumstances last year was a little toned down a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm trying to educate my girls on what Yankee Stadium means, and I think my oldest has a little sense, but she's never seen this many people in one place before, so it'll be fun.
You talk about those fans so often. You've called them the best multiple times. What is it about Yankees fans that makes them the best?
They watch, they pay attention. It means something to them. You know, every game means something. I remember in '98, we had basically won the division in April, and we had a little bad streak there at the end of the year, and I'm walking down the streets and people were yelling at me, telling me we better turn it around. I mean, we won 125 games that year, but they pay attention, and they have high expectations. I think that brings out the best in people.
Something tells me when they're yelling for you tomorrow, it's all going to be positive. Do you miss hearing your name chanted by these fans?
Of course. I mean, there's nothing you can do. I don't care how much success you have post-playing career. There's nothing you can do where you have 50,000 people chanting your name. I really can't think of another job, another profession in the world. So, yeah, you miss it. I still hear it sometimes when I'm asleep.
You ever have a bad day and put on a little highlight reel and say, okay?
No, I haven't gotten to that point. I've been watching, you know, obviously during the documentary, watching a lot of highlights, but I don't think my wife really wants to sit down and watch highlights of me when I was playing.
That's fair. That's fair. In doing that documentary, just what type of trip down memory lane was that for you? And were there even moments that you maybe forgot a little bit?
There were a lot of moments that I forgot. You know, I tried to, before I sat down, I mean, it was 30 plus hours of me sitting down talking, and before I would sit down, I'd say, hey, look, you got to try to refresh my memory on what we're talking about. And there are a lot of things that you tend to forget. And that's not necessarily a good thing. So it was an opportunity for me to look back on my career and go through some, like you say, go down memory lane and just go back to some of the great things we were able to accomplish over a 20-year career.
When you remember your final game, obviously a big part of that documentary, do you still have to almost pinch yourself that that's the way it ended?
Meek deals. Base hits to right field. Here comes Richardson. Here's the throw from Markakis. Richardson is safe. Derek Jeter ends his final game with a walk-off single.
Yeah, I mean, if someone told me that was going to happen, I wouldn't have believed them. You know, if you remember, it was supposed to rain that night, and they were wondering if we were even going to have a game. So, I mean, you talk about emotions going up and down throughout a game. I had never really experienced those types of emotions while I was on the field.
Do you miss playing at all?
Playing, no, I don't. I don't miss playing. I haven't, with an exception of throwing out the first pitch when they retired my number, I haven't thrown a baseball or swung a bat since.
Wow.
So I don't miss playing. I miss the fans. I miss teammates. I miss having a shared goal and trying to reach that goal. But you find that in other walks of life.
You had mentioned your time in Miami. Do you foresee yourself getting back involved in baseball in one way or another?
In some capacity. I don't necessarily know what that is. You know, I had a chance to work with a different side of the game. And people always want to say one side or the other. I look at it as it's all one game. And whether it's, you know, a situation where I share some of my experience with individual players, groups of players, an organization, or with the fans in general. I mean, I love the game. I'm interested in continuing to help the game grow. So I'm pretty sure in some capacity.
Derek,
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yes, good to see you.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the podium behind home plate and welcome our MCs for tonight's ceremony. Yankees broadcasters John Sterling and Michael Kay.
Well, thank you, Paul. Well, what a thrill it is to be here tonight as we celebrate not only one of the greatest players in Yankee history, but one of the greatest players in the history of the game. If you see all the fans wearing his number 2, you can see how much Derek has meant to the Yankees and their fans. In all my years covering the team, I have never seen a player more beloved than Derek. And also probably no one better than Derek. Probably because as great a player as he was on the field, he's an even better person off it. We all know that the Yankees are the greatest sports franchise in the world. Have won more championships than any other team in professional sports. But did you know that in the rich and illustrious history of the Yankees, no player has played in more games, had more at-bats, gotten more hits, more doubles, or more stolen bases than Derek Jeter? But most importantly, he played with a passion and heart on every play, being a role model to young baseball fans on how you should play the game each and every day.
Well, Derek was called up during the 1995 season, and he appeared in 15 games before bursting on the scene for the 1996 season. In his first ever opening game, he had his first career home run and displayed what would be one of his signature defensive plays with an over-the-shoulder running catch. He would go on to win the American League Rookie of the Year award and help the Yankees capture their 23rd World Championship. A 14-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove winner, 5-time Silver Slugger Award winner, the first player to win the All-Star Game MVP and World Series MVP in the same season. Derek is a 5-time world champion and was the face of the Yankees franchise for almost 20 years. Derek was the personification of the word clutch, always seeming to come up big in the biggest spots. Just think of all the amazing plays he's been involved in. The flip, the Mr. November home run, the running catch into the stands against Boston. I could go on, but we would be here all night. But I dare someone to find any player in any sport who personified a Hall of Famer more than Derek Jeter.
Now, to start the ceremonies off tonight, please welcome from the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, the Chairman of the Board of Directors, Jane Forbes Clark, and President Josh Rawitch.
All right, now let's welcome some very special guests and friends of Derek that are here to celebrate with us tonight. Derek played 6 years with him and is one of only 3 left-handed pitchers in Major League history with 3,000 strikeouts and 250 wins in their career. He was a 2009 ALCS Most Valuable Player when Derek won his 5th World Championship. Welcome back, CC Sabathia.
Seven seasons playing the infield with Derek. He caught a lot of Derek's patented jump throws at first base. A 4-time world champion. Here is Tino Martinez.
Very simply put, he is one of the greatest left-handed pitchers in Yankees history. He came up with Derek through the Yankee farm system, and together they won 5 world championships together. the Yankees' all-time strikeout leader, Andrew Eugene Pettitte.
They played 16 seasons together and won 5 world championships together. Such good friends. He was there to greet Derek when he crossed home plate after his 3,000th hit, and they were best man at each other's weddings. Welcome back, Georgie Jorge Posada.
Well, Derek had a great view from shortstop for most of his 652 career saves, and watched as his friend closed out 4 of the 5 world championships they won together. Baseball's all-time saves leader, Mariano Rivera.
You grab Charlie Sticks, I'll grab the camera, and I'm going to bring the battery on that side.
And he was there to guide Derek through the rigors of a baseball season when he made the team in 1996. He was someone that Derek could always count on for advice. Together, they won 4 world championships. Now, Derek called him Mr. T, but you know him as Joe Torre.
Now let's welcome to the field some very important people in Derek's life. His parents, Dr. Charles and Dot Jeter, his sister, Charlie Jeter, and his nephew, Jalen Jeter Martin. Well, now I ask everyone to direct their attention to the video board in center field as we take a look back at Derek Jeter's road to Cooperstown.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2.
Right behind the 408-foot sign in center field at Yankee Stadium is Monument Park, a place where you can find the names and stories of the greatest New York Yankees to ever live. Roughly 190 miles north of Monument Park is Cooperstown, New York, home of the National Baseball Hall of Fame. A place where you can find the names and stories of the greatest ball players to ever live. Only a handful of exceptional players throughout baseball's history can call both places their home. So what separates Derek Jeter from the legends that came before him? How did he earn universal praise and respect from opponents and fans across the globe? How could a 22-year-old kid live up to such names as the Babe, the Iron Horse, Yogi, the Chairman of the Board, the Mick, Mr. October, and so many others? He did it by writing his own story over the course of 2 decades. We're just glad he let us read along with him. The story of number 2 begins with a lanky 170-pound kid from Kalamazoo, Michigan.
This guy is special. 5-tool player, will be a major league star. Best raw tools I've ever scouted. Derek Jeter will not be attending the University of Michigan. The only place Derek Jeter is going is Cooperstown.
His first big league home run. Derek Jeter, what a play Derek Jeter made. Into center field, the Yankees have won it.
Blue chip, a Yankee.
As a rookie, another big hit for Derek Jeter. He is rapidly becoming the Yankees Player of the Year.
Jeter, long throw, and the Yankees win the pennant.
But it was the way in which he carried himself that let us all know this kid was ready for baseball's biggest stage.
Derek Jeter has won the game for the Yanks. Carrasco going back to the track. And what happens here?
Derek quickly captured our attention and our hearts as New York City fully embraced him as the leader of a new dynasty. He immediately established himself as one of the premier competitors in baseball, capturing World Series titles in 4 of his first 5 big league seasons. That kid had passion. That kid had grit. That kid had style. That kid was our captain. Whenever a big opportunity presented itself, we put our trust in number 2. And time again, he would deliver some of the most legendary moments forever embedded in baseball lore. The jump throw.
Jeter backhands from the outfield grass. Got him! Man, what a play!
The flip.
The throw misses a cutoff man. Shot into the plate. Out the plate. Derek Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop.
The dive.
Gonna be a tough play. Jeter on the run, makes the play. And flies into the stand.
How could we ever forget Mr. November?
See ya! A home run by Derek Jeter. He is Mr. November.
When the summer air became fall, Derek Jeter caught fire. When the light shined their brightest, Derek Jeter shined brighter. When the focus was on him, Derek Jeter left us wide-eyed and speechless every single time. Jeter, simply put, was a winner.
The Yankees the team of the century. For the 3rd time in a row, 4th time in 5 years, the Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Well, the script is there. The last page is in Derek's hands.
The script has been in Derek's hands for 2 decades now, and while it belongs in Hollywood, it will live forever in Cooperstown.
Base hit to right field. Here comes Richardson. Here's the throw from Markakis. Richardson is safe. Derek Jeter ends his final game with a walk-off single. Derek Jeter, where fantasy becomes reality. Did you have any doubt? Is that unbelievable? Or is that unbelievable?
From the very first time he put on the pinstripes to the last, he did it the right way. He did it the Yankee way. He did it his way. So what can we offer in return to a man who poured his heart and soul into this city and this organization? How about this? Thank you. Thank you, Derek, for letting us be a part of your Hall of Fame story.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the center field shutter, joined by his wife, Hannah, and their daughters, Bella, Story, and River. Please welcome back to Yankee Stadium.
Number 2, Derek Jeter.
Derek and his family will gather around the Hall of Fame plaque. And it reads, Derek Sanderson Jeter, the captain, New York, AL, 1995-2014. Heartbeat of a Yankees dynasty, defined a 2-decade of Bronx dominance that produced 17 postseason appearances, 7 American League pennants, and 5 World Series champions. Selected to 14 All-Star games and named 1996 AL Rookie of the Year. Winner of 5 Gold Glove Awards, appearing in all of his 2,674 games in the field at shortstop. Total 200 or more hits in 8 seasons, retiring 6th all-time with 3,465. Scored 1,923 runs with 100 or more in 13 seasons. In a record 158 postseason games, batted .308 with 111 runs, 200 hits, 32 doubles, and 20 homers. Earned 2000 World Series Most Valuable Player Award.
Well, tonight, as we celebrate Derek's Hall of Fame baseball career, we'd also like to recognize Derek's Hall of Fame legacy off the field. In 1996, during his rookie season with the Yanks, Derek Jeter and his dad created the Turn 2 Foundation to motivate young people to turn away from drugs and alcohol and turn to healthy lifestyles. More than 2 decades later, the Turn 2 Foundation continues to build upon that legacy by helping hundreds of young people in New York, West Michigan, and Tampa, Florida each year to reach their full potential. Tonight, in recognition of your induction into the Hall of Fame, the managing general partner of the New York Yankees, Hal Steinbrenner, is presenting your Turn 2 Foundation with a check for $222,222.22 from the Steinbrenner family and the entire New York Yankees organization.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to present Class of 2020 Baseball Hall of Fame inductee, number 2, Derek Jeter.
Thank you. It feels good to be back, I'll tell you that much. You know, I was thinking, you know, what do you say on a night like this that you all haven't already heard? And there's probably nothing. But I think one thing you can't do enough of is thank people, be gracious, and be appreciative. So I want to thank once again Hal Steinbrenner and the Steinbrenner family. Hey, and let me tell you something. You better cheer, trust me. I want to thank Brian Cashman in the front office. So you guys are ready for the playoff push. Deb Timon and her entire department for putting on, once again, a memorable moment. I want to thank my family and friends. Those are in the stands. My mom, my dad, my sister, Lil Jay, my wife Hannah, my girls who have come up here, Bella, Story, and River. I told you this place is special. Okay. I'll tell them in a second. You know, I'm so gracious that I've had an opportunity to spend 23 years of professional baseball, all with one organization. I am appreciative that I had an opportunity to play with so many great players, coaches, and for managers, the guys that are here today and the ones who were unable to make it. And in 20 years playing in here in New York, the thing I'm most thankful for, most gracious, and what I appreciate the most are all you fans. So, the fans that are in the park and all the Yankee fans around the world. You know, as you guys all know, I was born in New Jersey. I grew up in Kalamazoo. I live now down in Miami. But right here in front of you, with you, is where I really feel like I'm at home. And ultimately, that's more important than anything I could say tonight. So I know you guys haven't seen a lot of me over the last few years for various reasons. But I truly do look forward to hopefully seeing a lot more of you here in the near future. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We've still got more to come in the studio as we continue our coverage of Derek Jeter Hall of Fame Induction Tribute Night. Stay with us.
Now batting for the Yankees, number 2, Derek Jeter.
I've known Jeter since he was a kid.
My favorite moment was...
Swung on a drill to right field, going back Sanders.
I was at the game.
See ya! See ya! See ya!
Mr. November.
He is Mr. November.
The place was rocking.
That one's drilled deep to left field.
I was there for his 3,000 hit.
See ya! 3,000! History with an exclamation point!
Nothing felt like that. That gave me goosebumps, and it still does.
I remember watching the game with my dad.
When he ran really, really hard.
He loops that to left field, gonna be a tough play.
Just dove straight in to get that foul ball.
Jeter on the run, makes the play!
He dived into the stands to catch the ball.
It flies into the stands! Oh, what a play by Derek Jeter!
It just showed how much effort he put out on the field, and he's willing to risk his body.
He made a play from home plate that the outfield throw it in.
And they're going to wave him around. The throw misses a cutoff man. Shot to the plate. Out of the plate.
And he cut the ball in, just flip it, and the guy saved the game.
Derek Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop.
My favorite play by Derek Jeter was a backhand play.
The Jeter throw that he did when he jumped and he threw it to first.
Ground ball, and grabbed there by Jeter. Throw to first. Got him! What a play by Jeter!
Like, every time I get a hit ground ball and they want me to do a double play, every time I jump, it makes me think about him because he's the one who invented that. I do it in some of my games.
Hit toward the hole. Jeter backhands from the outfield grass. Got it! Man, what a play!
Thank you for being a role model to the kids and showing them how to play baseball the right way.
I chose to play shortstop because of him. I feel like if he could do it, I could do it too.